and welcome to the second installment of Rock's CTM Test World. Today we have a little bit of a device for you that I thought of earlier today, and I figured I would share it with you guys as it has potential CTM implications. Now, for those of you who are older gamers and remember old school RPGs, there was one little feature of old school RPGs that was around for a lot of them, and that was the inn. Now with the inn, they had the beds, and then if you slept in bed, it would recover health, it would recover mana, and such like that. So, in the spirit of that, I've decided to work on a little contraption that does pretty much just that in Minecraft. So, this is the gist of it right here. It's a very small, compact design, and it works pretty well. Now, let's get ourselves nice and low. Okay, that's going to bring us down, and we will set it to nighttime so you can kind of see. Now, we do have a little timer on the side so you can kind of see how it works exactly. In general, sleeping takes 10 seconds to do so, or not 10 seconds, sorry, 5 seconds to do so, which is 100 ticks. So after 100 ticks, 5 seconds, you successfully sleep, and then it wakes up. So the gist of this machine is that it counts up as you're sleeping. So we jump in this bed here, and it's going to count up to 100. Once it hits 100, you wake up, and you get a saturation effect and a regeneration effect that goes on you for a short period of time, which pretty much fully restores your health and fully restores your hunger. And that's the gist of the machine. As you can see, it's only set up for single player. However, with a little bit of tweaking and a little bit of love, you can easily modify this to be a multiplayer device. Now, let's go over real quickly how the contraption works in itself. The first big thing right here, it's not going to look like a whole lot, but there's actually stuff going on right here. So, as you've probably seen in other videos and stuff of the redstone block clock with a command block. Now this is a silent redstone block clock, which is a little bit different than the redstone block clock. This one will actually work with maps that do have tiles that does have the ability to drop block tiles. With the traditional redstone block clock, the destroy will destroy the redstone block and cause it to drop the entity on the ground unless you have the game rule to turn off tile drops. However, in maps like CTMs, it doesn't work that well because you want the tiles to drop. So the way this device works is it has this traditional set block redstone block clock. However, there is one additional command block that affects it as well, which sets the block to air. So essentially, it's just going to keep, you're not going to see it, and it's not going to notice it. But however, if we do put, let's say, something that says, say hi, it will spam us. So there is a redstone block that it's continuously getting set there every tick, and it does update the clock. So let's go through how this works. There's two main paths that come off of this device. There's the first path, which is going to test for the player is sleeping. Now this is a new with the 1.8 snapshots, 14W02C. You can check for data tags on the player. So one data tag you can check for is sleeping. So we are using that data tag to check if the player is sleeping. Pretty much when the player lays down in bed, this tag becomes true. Once that test for becomes true, we come over here and we set a sleeping value. So if the player is sleeping, we set this to 1. Once he stops sleeping, it gets set back to 0. Once it gets set to 0, it's then going to come through this little chain that's going to make sure we have a sleep timer of 100. Then, we're going to apply some health or some regen. We're going to apply some saturation, and then we're going to reset the timer. So regardless of if the player sleeps for the whole 5 seconds or not, the timer is going to get reset so it doesn't cause any issues. The second thing we check is if the player is sleeping, we're going to add 1 to the sleep timer. So every tick, if the player is sleeping, he gets the sleep timer increased. and then the whole cycle works as such. So that is the gist of the device. It's an interesting concept that it could potentially be used in CTMs, whether that's just flat across the board beds or actually setting up ins, little ins at intersections and such like that, or just throughout the map that allows the player to sleep and restore their health and whatnot. This can easily be expanded to add additional effects as well. So if you want to give the player strength for a certain amount of time, or swiftness, just different potion effects, you're welcome to. You can also do all kinds of other cool things, such as giving the player items for successfully sleeping, which may be a little bit of food or some blocks or something, but you probably wouldn't want to do stuff like that. But the possibility's there. But that is the device. That's going to do it. Hopefully that gives you guys some ideas of things you can do in your own CTM maps. And if you do improve upon it, feel free to leave a video response to the video, and I'll be sure to add that. But if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or feedback, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the episode, do feel free to leave a like. It always helps. As always, this is Rock, and I'll catch you guys next time.